Hello from South Carolina, it's Stephanie with our daily Disney devotional. And today we are reading number 88, which is called Primeval Whirl. Today we move to another minor attraction that could be classified as a semi-thrill ride. We'll have to head back to Dino Land. We already read Dinosaur, of course, but our next attraction is there as well. It's also a ride that I have to hesitate to do. I've done it a few times and I can handle it maybe if I'm feeling all right. Our boys, on the other hand, really like it and can do it over and over again. Enjoy it while you can, boys. One day you'll be like your old man and have a weak stomach too. Today we're going to ride the Primeval Whirl. The Primeval Whirl is a roller coaster of sorts in Dino Land. You can't miss this ride as it's a unique design. Brightly colored track and creative decorations stand out in this area of the park. This ride opened 4 years after the park, March 31st, 2002. When boarding this attraction, you and up to 3 other guests board a round vehicle and are taken 1.5 minute ride on the metal track. Your vehicle is taken up fairly a 30-foot hill and then you slowly wind your way back down. The unique part of this ride is that your vehicle spins in a complete circle and does so all the way down the hill. In fact, this is the only roller coaster at Disney that includes a spin motion. It was the very first roller coaster at Animal Kingdom, and it also is one of Disney's tallest height restrictions at 48 inches. Due to the spinning, which can cause you to experience 2.5 G's during your ride. You'll notice when you see this ride that it's like Space Mountain, where there is 2 actual identical tracks that are both used at peak times. This ride is very slow loader, so the lines can back up if the park is crowded. It is recommended that you ride this in the morning before the line gets too long. The top speed of this ride is 29 miles per hour. It is themed around a meteor that supposedly wiped out the dinosaurs. This ride does have some sad history attached to it. Oh no. Hold on one second, guys. I'm going to raise my camera back up because it is very slowly going down. I wonder what happened. Not one, but 2 cast members. My phone is going. 2 cast members have died because of this ride. Oh my gosh. In 2007, a cast member fell from the ride platform, hit their head, and died 5 days later. In 2011, another cast member was working on the ride and suffered severe head trauma after being hit by a ride vehicle. This person died at the hospital. Since these 2 accidents, special sensors have been installed to keep the ride from working if someone is in the way of the vehicle. Well, that's a good idea. Let me just put this up a little bit. As I mentioned above, the ride centers on the fact that the dinosaurs were wiped out by a meteor. I know that many people, including scientists, think that a meteor is what killed all the dinosaurs millions of years ago. Similarly, I also know that many think the world itself was created billions of years ago and the dinosaurs lived long before any humans did. This has been a big debate, especially in the Christian world for many years. Some Christians would argue strongly that the dinosaurs and humans coexisted. Some would argue that Earth was not billions or even millions of years old, but only 6,000 or so. Some Christians would get very upset about those who feel otherwise. I have a different take on it. There are some verses of the Bible that talk about dinosaurs possibly making it appear as if they could have coexisted with man. Job chapters 40 and 41 mention a creature, the behemoth, which could be a dinosaur. In Isaiah 27, it also mentions a leviathan that many scholars think could have been a dinosaur. So biblically, man and dinosaurs could have been created around the same time. And who knows? God does that too. But my personal opinion is who cares? Maybe it's the wrong opinion. Maybe I should get worked up and angry every time someone says the earth is billions of years old. Maybe I should argue with when told that dinosaurs were around millions of years ago and died due to a meteor. However, I choose not to. Here's my feeling on the age of the earth and the timing of the dinosaurs. God created it. God created earth. God created dinosaurs. God created man. When did he create these things? I don't know, and I don't really care. All I care about is that God did it. Maybe I'll find out the truth one day when I see him. Until then, I'll leave it as one of God's mysteries. To me, the when is not nearly as important as the who. In my humble opinion, I think sometimes Christians get way too worked up about the when. The very first verse, Genesis 1:1, says, God created the heavens and he created the earth. Hebrews 11:3 says that the universe was created at God's command. Colossians 1:16 says all things were created by God. That's all that matters. Why do we need to get angry and worked up and turn people off to Christianity and God about something that doesn't really matter? As long as people believe who created it, that's all that's important. The Primeval Whirl is a good and imaginative ride. Next time you ride it, notice the giant pictures of the meteors marking the end of the dinosaurs. Use it, as a reminder not to get worked up about the fact this may or may not be true. Instead, just remember who created our wonderful planet and all the creatures in it. More importantly, remember that it's only temporary, and our real purpose is to be using our time here to prepare for an eternity with God. That's what really matters. Awesome. I love that. I will see you guys tomorrow.